How many times in the United Kingdom did a boy watch red pill content and then stab one of his female classmates? And the answer is
I'm looking it up.
0. It never happened one single time, but we're going to pass legislation because of it. Do you see how that might be a problem and how that might be the reason Ross Kemp believes in something that is categorically false?
How many incels have become killers?
We'd say roughly between 7 to 15 around the world.
Sorry, how many?
7 to 15 incel killers, and roughly 59 people have been killed in ideologically motivated incel killings.
In the United Kingdom?
Around the world.
So effectively, I have got everything wrong about incels. I think that they kill lots of girls. I think they're a threat, a permanent threat to the security of this country. I think there are hundreds of thousands of them. I think that they are generally white and right-leaning. All those preconceptions that I have
are wrong.
Many of them, yes.
Just realize that the documentary is over.
All right, cool. I'm curious, Mark, why do you think Ross Kemp, who does this professionally, why did he believe all those things about incels? What do you think that is?
I'm going to need a little bit of context, my dude. So who's he talking to and what's he saying?
That is William Costello.
Right.
He is a PhD candidate. I think he now has his
He has
PhD
his doctorate, yeah.
at the University of Texas at Austin in evolutionary psychology. His PhD advisor is Dr. David Buss, the most foremost evolutionary psychologist in the world. He did a study, William Costello did, on incel violence, and the title of the study was, Why Isn't There More Incel Violence? It turns out that the amount of incels that actually commit violence is outrageously low, and that's what they found in the study. But why do you think Ross Kemp had such an incorrect view of incel violence? What do you think that comes from?
I think you probably have to ask Ross Kemp, my dude.
Okay, well, did you see Adolescence?
Yeah, I've seen Adolescence.
And do you think Adolescence is an accurate portrayal of what's going on in the UK?
I think it's an accurate portrayal of a drama on Netflix.
Okay, cool. So you understand that it's a drama. Do you think it would be strange for the UK Parliament to then use that as propaganda in order to get legislation passed?
I think Netflix is very popular.
So that's what they're doing. Even though you admit it's a drama, right?
Good.
Even though you admit it's a drama, they're using it to get legislation passed, and they're going to show the Netflix special in elementary schools to young boys, and they're going to show it to police academies and police officers in the UK as a training methodology, even though it never happened.
Wait, what?
I mean, there's got to be easier ways of marketing Netflix. Surely.
Right. But do you understand the problem that we're stating here is in the UK, and if anybody wants to take a second, use ChatGPT, Grok, and whatever, do deep research and say, how many times in the United Kingdom did a boy watch red pill content and then stab one of his female classmates? And the answer is
I'm looking it up.
0. It never happened one single time, but we're going to pass legislation because of it. Do you see how that might be a problem and how that might be the reason Ross Kemp believes in something that is categorically false?
Well, next time I'm in the UK, I'll let them know you don't like it.
It's not about you not liking it, but that was one of the things that you're interested in. You were asking before. She just looked it up. There's
there's literally
not one single time this happened. Do you see how that could be? Before you asked us some really interesting questions at barbecue, and you were saying, hey, do you think that masculinity has been vilified?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see how you can come up with any other conclusion than that. Masculinity is vilified. Like, I'm not saying that everything Andrew Tate said is good. A lot of the stuff he says is not good. My point is, it's not causing men to go kill women. It isn't.
Are
but
incels masculine?
Huh?
Are incels masculine?
No. But my point is, we've bastardized the whole thing. Those people that were yelling at us at the barbecue place, what did they call me?
They did call. So when we were at barbecue earlier, some people came by and they called these two boys here incels, and it was
that's the farthest thing from them.
Can someone actually tell me what an incel is?
Involuntarily celibate.
Yes. So an incel, I feel like, is more when it comes to social media. It's in America terms. I know you're talking about the UK, but in America, incels are like usually white, 18 to 25-year-old men on Twitch, whatever it may be, on like going after girls. But I really
live
don't
in their
think,
mom's basement.
Yes, but I don't.
But
think
are they dangerous?
That's what I'm saying. They're not dangerous physically, but through the social media, yes. And with what we've seen in America with school shootings and women being abused and like that, it is a little bit scary. So it can be like
misinterpreted, because when the data came back, that's William Costello. He's the foremost expert on planet Earth when it comes to incels. And even he, who was given a grant literally by a foundation in the UK with the express intent of finding out about incel violence, William Costello, who's a friend of mine, was brave enough to at least come back with the research survey saying there is no incel violence. This doesn't make any sense. This is not what we were taught. And now Ross Kemp, who has a responsibility. I know he was a television star, but he has a responsibility as a journalist to at least keep up on this. And
Yeah.
he didn't know the truth. Now,
Yeah.
kudos to him for admitting that he was wrong, having William
Yes,
Costello
exactly.
there. And William Costello also spoke in front of Parliament saying, hey guys, just so you know, adolescence is propaganda. This isn't real. And you trying to teach men this, how to not be misogynistic, there's going to be some downstream ramifications that you're not seeing because they're not becoming misogynistic.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, I do feel like it is a social media thing, and there is no law with social media. Like, I can be whoever I want to be on social media. Like, and that's how I feel like these men are. Like, they may be acting like incels on social media, but they may have a girlfriend in high school that they really like are buying flowers for. Like, that's where I feel like the relation isn't there. Like, it is. I feel like incels really do stem from social media. They are not physical.
No, agreed. They're on Kick and Twitch, and I know, agreed. I don't disagree with you.
Since I'm now drawn in, has anyone ever met a guy they reckon qualifies as an incel?
No.
I have. Just to be clear, is that someone who's like who's never had sex before?
I'm
like,
in now.
Be
So
like,
here we
Hold
are.
on, time out so she can understand. Involuntarily celibate, men who want to have sex, and women do not choose them as an overall group, and they belong to the Discord forum server incel community. Go ahead. I see. Again, I disagree. The idea that they hate women is not really, it's not reality.
Media, they're like, if a girl is on Twitch and she's
Oh, no,
gaming
agreed.
like every
I
other
think-
guy, he's going at her because
correct.
he's an incel, saying, "Oh, you're this."
Commenters on social media platforms are not indicative of even 1% of the human population.
And that's what I'm saying is like, it's not coming to the physical form, but it is on social media.
Got it.
And there is a reason that there is a term incel, because there is enough of these people that are on social media doing it. But I agree that they don't do violence.
Got it.
You said you had met one though. That's why I was curious.
yeah, I mean, like math class.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like they're around, of course. You know, they're on the outskirts of excess, right? They're Gen Pop. They're around. Of course, you see them all the time.
Excess is a nightclub here.
Sorry.
I put that one together because I think I drove past it on the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping out the foreigner. I appreciate it.
I mean, I have actual people that I've like helped and worked with that are, I guess, technically that they are virgins. They want to have sex. They want to have relationships. And they have never had one in their entire life. And it is very much, there's a lot of different energetics between it. I mean, even a couple of them are actually really beautiful, but they do not know how to talk to women.
You remember what you said
But
before?
very kind people.
Yes.